What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 12th Man FC. My name is Edwin Rosales Martinez. Now, I know I am very, very late to the party with this video. This is in regards to City thrashing Liverpool 3-0 last weekend. But the thing is, I've been sick all week. Been super, super weak. I lost my voice as well, so there was just no way that I could make a video at all. I was very sick during the match as well. I managed to get like a YouTube short out with my match reaction to that, so you could definitely check that out if you want to see like my instant reaction to the match and everything. But I was just in too much agony to make a full-on video, and my voice was also in the process of getting lost and everything. But anyway, I digress. I'm back now. I'm back to full fitness and everything. So wanted to make a video with my reactions to the match, in a sense, and kind of like what the implications are and everything. So yeah, City getting the job done against Liverpool in that 3-0 win, arguably City's best performance, City's best display so far this season. It was an absolute masterclass by Pep Guardiola on his 1,000th managerial match, which he gets the dub in and everything. And now City are up to second place, and it was a much needed victory. We closed the gap to 4 points, which I know it's not a lot or anything like that. There's so much more of the season left to be played, but like the fact that we were able to get this must win and close the gap on a weekend where Arsenal did drop points against Sunderland as well, it was a must without any question at all. So going into this international break, it puts us in a really good spot, because now once we're back from the international break, Arsenal have to go up against Tottenham in a London derby, which is going to be, well, I don't know. Depending how you look at it, Tottenham's not really in great form either. They've definitely dropped the mark a lot, especially against Manchester United. They could have gone into Sunday's match with City Liverpool in second place if they had gotten the job done against United. They let that slip as well. So I don't know. It could be an easy result for Arsenal, but it's a derby, so you never really know just how intense it could get. Especially with Tottenham, they don't want Arsenal to get anywhere near a trophy at all this season, especially a league title. So I would assume that they would do all that they can to force Arsenal to drop points somehow, some way. So it's going to be a tough match. And then on the other hand, you have City coming back from the international break with a match against a struggling Newcastle side in the league this season. Newcastle have been performing very poorly, below standards in the league so far. In Europe, however, they're doing a very great job, but in the league, they're not doing so well. So City can definitely pounce on an opportunity there. I definitely think that City are going to get the 3 points against Newcastle. So it puts us in a really good spot. But back to the performance, Doku, absolutely phenomenal. That was by far his best performance in the City shirt, without question. The goal that he had was just absolutely beautiful. His movement on the ball was so electric. He's just so silky on the ball, the way he moves and dribbles. And like I've said it before in previous videos, he's so predictable, but he is just too good to the point that like it doesn't matter if you know what he's going to do. You just can't stop him. They threw one defender on him, two defenders on him, three defenders on him. There was no stopping him. The only way to stop him was to legit foul him. He was just so unstoppable against Liverpool. Best performance. Got a super goal. I'm pretty sure he had an assist as well. Oh, he drew the penalty and everything, which is lovely. He pounced on a Konate mistake and everything, which is really good. Phil Foden, another great performance from him. Bernardo Silva putting in a huge performance as well in midfield and everything. Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva, I said in my short, Pep Guardiola opting to go in the midfield for those two small players against a Liverpool midfield that is definitely outsizes them, out physicalities them, making up that word, but you get the idea, right? Is Liverpool definitely have the edge physically over City in the midfield, especially when you go with the likes of Foden and Bernardo Silva. But Pep Guardiola knew and trusted in their technical ability to get them out of the high pressing and pressing situations. Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva's counter pressing ability with their technique is just absolutely amazing. Phil Foden, arguably the best player, receiving the ball on the half turn. Amazing touch, so technical, very skillful on the ball. Bernardo Silva as well. His close control dribbling is out of this world. He's another one that could get out of very tight knit spaces and put you in a very, very good spot going forward. So City relying on that in the midfield to kind of bait the press and counter it to get out of it with their technicality absolutely won us the midfield battle and everything. Erling Haaland doing what he does best, scoring and everything, and then just a phenomenal display in defense, absolutely not letting anything up. Nico O'Reilly shutting down Mohamed Salah. Where does that performance come from? That is just amazing. Nico O'Reilly has done such an amazing job at left back, and he's not even a natural left back either. And I knew that he was going to get the start, but I was worried that Salah, if Salah were to have his day, that Nico O'Reilly would have a very, very struggling night, and that just wasn't the case. It was quite the opposite at all. And now how many players now have Nico O'Reilly put in his pocket now? There's Madueke, there's Saka, there's Salah now. Like Nico O'Reilly, thank you, my friend. You performed chef's kiss, and he is such a strong young talent, and I can't believe how much he has grown into that position. He is just completely owning that and everything. So yeah, the defense was absolutely amazing. Donnarumma needed a clean sheet. I don't think I'm not too worried about the defensive situation. Not that there is a situation in defense or anything like that, but I'm confident in City's defense, because we're not letting up a lot of goals. We now have the second best defense in the league, conceding the second fewest goals so far this season and everything. But I'm saying I think it was great that Donnarumma got the clean sheet because obviously it helps with the goal difference, and two, I just think it boosts his confidence, and he is the best goalkeeper in the world and everything in terms of shot stopping, but in terms of just his ability fitting into the side where yes, we're kind of shying away from having a ball playing keeper and everything like that. Him seeing the ball more than he's normally used to and everything. At first, you could see how kind of like shaky it was, and he's kind of getting that comfortability on the ball now, which I think is really important. So adding the clean sheet into him feeling more comfortable on the ball, receiving the ball, playing out from the back, I think will do him loads of good. So I'm super proud of the whole team performance. We definitely needed that. So now we're on Arsenal's ass. Now it's Arsenal's to lose now. City have been here numerous times, chasing the league, holding up the league. Like we've been here so many times. Yes, it's a new squad, but there are still a lot of players in the squad that have won numerous titles with City who have been in worse positions. So yeah, we have the experience on our side. So now ball's in Arsenal's court. It's Arsenal's title to lose, basically. But speaking of the title, losing the title, Liverpool have officially bowed out of this title contention this season. They are officially out of the title race. They can no longer retain this title anymore. As much as we all want like a very competitive title race and everything, and we want like a 3-team race and everything like that. Like Liverpool, that is now their 6th loss this season or 5th loss this season in the league. No team that's gonna win the league has that many losses. And it's come so quick and fast too on the bounce. We're only 11 matches in, 10 matches in and everything, and they've got this amount of losses. There's just no way. And I've said it so many times leading up to the City-Liverpool match, weeks leading into the City-Liverpool match. The winner of that match is ultimately going to go on to challenge Arsenal for the league title. City got the job done. Liverpool, they just don't have it in them this season, and I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. I don't think that Liverpool have a lot of things to worry about right now. Because, I mean, take a look at what's going on with Liverpool. Liverpool right now are going through what Man City went through last season. obviously with their own unique cases and everything like that. But City last season fell off completely, fell off so many levels last season after losing just one player. And we had won the season. We had won the league title the season prior to that. Now Liverpool haven't won the league title last season, having fallen off massively, massively off the mark, and that's because of a lot of factors, right? They got rid of Luis Diaz, who was definitely one of their best players. They got rid of Darwin Nunez, who I'm sure a lot of Liverpool fans don't really mind, but he gave so much heart and enthusiasm, and just he played with a lot of heart. And I think that Liverpool could use that right now. Then obviously you have the tragedy, the unforeseen tragedy of Diogo Jota. And then you throw in all the newcomers that come in, a lot of them that have not hit the mark running whatsoever. They're definitely going to need more time to adjust and everything like that. So Liverpool are just going through a rebuild. It's not their season this season, and that's completely fine. They won the league last season. If they could just use this season to kind of like put the puzzle pieces in place with this new squad, and then come back a lot harder next season, that's completely fine. So I think that Liverpool just need to focus on staying in the top four come the end of the season, and also seeing what they could do in Europe, and we'll see what happens then. I mentioned this rebuild. Yeah, City are going through a rebuild this season as well. With all the departures and arrivals this season alone. This is a rebuild season for City as well. But City was able to find a way to get this new team to click quicker than Liverpool were able to find a way to get their team to click. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So I don't think that it's necessarily bad that Liverpool are out of the title race this season right now, because they just need to work on getting all their new players acclimated and functioning as a proper team, getting all the right pieces together and everything. Because Florian Wirtz, he's not going to fit into that midfield three right now. Szoboszlai is Liverpool's best player by far this season. Gravenberch offers so much in the CDM role, McAllister as well in midfield. Like, that's their solid three right there. There's no way that Wirtz can find his way into that. He's gonna have to play out on the left side, which is very unfortunate, because then you have to sacrifice either Gakpo or Florian Wirtz for whoever's gonna play there and everything. So yeah, I think Liverpool just need to figure out where the pieces need to go in order for the team to fully function and be on the right page. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit that like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe, please. I will see you guys on the next video. I'm going to definitely do a deeper dive into Sunderland's amazing season so far this season. So bear with me on that one. I'm going to try to get that one out early next week. So I'll see you guys then.